Welcome to Big Red Leads. I'm Big Red, getting you and your business back to the black. Um, today, today is one of those days where it's a little chilly here in the Midwest. I got my burgundy on, so I'm feeling a lot of love, deep love, And I was just thinking about my great grandmother, and the reason I'm even speaking of her and why this video is it's it's a tribute to her, but it speaks to the larger spectrum of us as people, as humans. Today, I mean, we have different wordplay and throughout the lexicon of terms and terminology and things like that, phrases that we use on a daily basis, and understand that materialism is not really the way to go. And my grandmother would ask these questions even when I was a child that really resonated and blew my mind and had me thinking about some of these questions that she would ask for years. She's gone now. I mean, she's still with me. She's still with a lot of my family members. We think about her and talk about her occasionally, and understand this particular human being is, in my personal opinion, I wish every last one of you who watches this video had the pleasure of meeting Miss Ruby, my great grandmother. She was the epiphany of what reaching your true spiritual and well-rounded being should be. And I say should because we all should strive to be like her in this sense. I never heard her speak a ill word of anybody. I never heard her talk down to anyone. She was a straight shooter, but she would never. Now, my grandfather might say something different, but I never heard her speak ill of anyone. And some of the questions she would ask me as a young lad, a young boy, they were just. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. We say getting to the bag today. She would say get to the money. Like, that was just an expression that I'm pretty sure she grew up with because I heard her say it. But she would never talk about money, if that makes any sense. She would never talk about it. It would come up in conversation. And so understand where I'm going with this. Are you, because I'm with you, are we not paying attention or just simply not aware of the ramifications of being attached to materialism? Understand there's tangible, and then there's the things that are not tangible items like that we come across. Like, I'll give you an example. A good friend of mine, we've been friends for over 30 years, well over 30 years. When we were kids, before we could even drive, he was talking about this Mustang. On his 30th birthday, he got this car. You would think that everything would be peaches and cream for the rest of his life. Almost 3 months to the day of him having that car, he really didn't. It wasn't the car he wanted. It was a material item. Now understand, my grandmother asked questions like, okay, what are the feelings and the emotions that you're having when you're obtaining something that you actually want that is a physical item? And how long does it last? Ladies, for you, it might be a new outfit. It might be a dress. It might be a purse. It might be a pair of these, I don't know, red bottom shoes. Whatever it is for you. What is that feeling along the route of obtaining and getting that thing? much would you pay for it? How much did it cost you? And then my grandmother would switch it up and she would ask the opposite. How much is your peace worth? How much would you pay for it? And of course, me being a bright young kid, I'm like, Grandma, you can't pay for that. I didn't even know what peace was. Like inner peace, your inner peace. Well, how much is your inner peace worth? How much is unconditional love? She would have these conversations with me as a young boy, preteen. And as I got a little older, and it's something I used to do to my friends and my brothers, and when we got older, we were in our early 20s, I could see some of my friends they get weirded out by it, because men aren't supposed to talk like this. And I would simply tell them, I come with love. And when I leave, I'm leaving you with that love. So I would always tell my friends, hey, I love you. Love you, bro. And you would see them, love you too, man. They'd get kind of weirded out by it. But understand that loving unconditionally is something that we genuinely see from a mother to a child. So a man speaking in that way, it bothers some people, and that's okay, because my love doesn't come with conditions, nor did Grandma Ruby's. How much is that worth? How much would you pay for that? How much would you pay for inner peace? How much would you pay for stillness? How much is being calm in hectic moments? How much for grace? See, understand, all these quote unquote non-tangible things that I'm speaking about, these are the foundational blocks of becoming a well-rounded person. We don't talk about this stuff in today's society enough. And like I said, I'm truly blessed and highly favored in this sense. My grandmother always spoke about these things. Even if I only saw her for 5 minutes a day, she would slip something in, tell me a truth, give me a gem, give me a lemon head, and send me on my way. If I wasn't cutting her grass or working at her house or in the garden with her. And I try to relay that to everybody I meet. Now trust me, I have my own battles, and I can be an asshole at times. I know I can. However, I come with love. I come with peace. I've had my share of obstacles. I've had my share of, and I'm still growing. I've had my share of moments where I was stuck. We all been there. And a lot of times, if you were taught these things as a young child, trust me, you carry them with you for the rest of your life. Now here's the other thing. I'm able to feel my emotions, actually walk into my feelings, put them aside when tasks come along now, when difficulty comes up. Now, a lot of my friends and people that I know, they didn't have that upbringing. So if you've ever felt stuck, it's okay. But if you feel stuck and you have materialism on the brain, you have a lot of work to do. It can be done. It's not going to be easy. You're going to have to be hard on yourself. So, for those who've had a grandparent or an uncle or an aunt who spoke life into you, gave you the truth, no matter what, gave you some gems to carry in your pocket with you throughout your life, you're blessed. So I want you to think about the emotions and the feelings that you get when you attain something material. And then I want you to think about the feelings that you experience when you actually attain something that is not in the physical. It becomes a part of your physical because you feel it throughout your body. When things get hectic around me, I can feel my heartbeat slow down. I can feel my pulse almost slow down. You can't teach that. I wish you all could experience that. I want you all to experience that. It doesn't mean that I don't want material things. Trust me, I've had a lot of material items. I've lost them. I've had them. I've lost them. That is a part of the entrepreneurial experience. And a good coach will try to straighten and flatten that line to where it's just on ascension. But if you're in entrepreneurship, you'll understand what I'm talking about. You're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to have your off seasons, if you will. It's going to come with the territory. But these are also things that are not stuck or attached to materialism. So, I hope this message helps. Thinking about your Grandma Ruby. Love you. Love you all, my friends. Like, share, definitely subscribe to the channel. Have a great day. I want you to think about your spiritual journey today. Seems like a lot coming from me, but it really isn't. I'm putting it out there. It's up to you to think about these things, because it's going to open up the true capacity of being a well-rounded individual. I just want to thank my grandmother for this. I want you to think about where you are, what's connected to your spirit, your energy, your personality, your character, and do you have some of these foundational blocks that you can build upon and become the best version of you. Have a great day. Talk soon, my friends. Peace. This is Big Red Leads.